Hello there, and I'm the Movie Prof, and today I'm going to be talking to you about I got a massive Kino Blu-ray haul. I spoke to you guys earlier, actually a couple times on the fact that I did a big, actually two big orders from the Kino sale, and there was a mix-up in the first order. Now it took me a while to get in contact with the right person, but when I did, I gotta say they fixed it up really, really fast. So it's just they're really good when it comes to that type of stuff. And had an issue once before, and they cleared that up as well. They cleared it up quickly. There's only one title left to get. Comment. It's out of stock right now, which is understandable. It's a film noir box set, so that one's coming on the way. But I got altogether. I got one box set, but altogether it's probably around 15 Blu-rays to show you guys today. So let's get right at it. My voice is a little bit gone. I've got a little bit of cold, so I apologize ahead of time if I have to clear my throat and then like extra, or I'm going to grab some tea. I got my tea right there by me. So let's go right into it, and I'll talk about these as I go along. Why I picked them up, if I think you should, and that depends on the type you like. So the first one here is stars Burt Reynolds, blah 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 blah. Clint Walker, Ossie Davis, and Angie Dickinson. Angie Dickinson, if you're a big fan of her, she doesn't do her like her kind of her Angie Dickinson nudity scene in this, but she looks really sexy. She's probably at her peak in this film, and that is the movie Sam Whiskey. Kino actually put out, I think, about two or three of the Burt Reynolds films. These are kind of like the light-hearted westerns they're kind of like the Maverick style. If you've ever seen the TV show Maverick, or maybe even the movie, you're gonna kind of get kind of the feel. But this has a great cast. It's really well done, well shot, and for me, it's the best of the Burt Reynolds westerns that Kino put out. So I'll show you the back there, and as you can see, there's a couple little features on here. We got Looking Back with O.W. Brandy, an interview with Clint Walker. I'm a big Clint Walker fan, as you guys know. And original theatrical trailer, so not a lot. And of course, I'm not going to open up every one to show you guys, because everybody knows pretty much that Kino likes to have like a uniform disc design, which at first I thought was really kind of bland and boring. But the more I get Kino, the more I like the disc design, to be honest with you. Sam Whiskey. And just to let you guys know, Kino just announced that there's a 12-disc Fritz Lang Silent Classic Collection coming out from Kino, I think later this year, probably November, December. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if they announced the date for it yet. But there's the Fritz Lang Silent Classics Collection. There's 12 Blu-ray discs. I think it's got like 13 movies on there. It's going to be one that I'm going to be looking into, that's for sure. I've got like 4 or 5 Kinos ordered right now for the month of October. So hopefully I'll be able to get them all. But Sam Whiskey, I do recommend it. It is a fun film. If you like westerns, if you like kind of lighthearted westerns, it's not like a hard-edged, like spaghetti western type of thing. This isn't like Good, Bad, and the Ugly, which Kino did put out a really great edition of, by the way. I gotta get that one. But Sam Whiskey, I love the cover. I love the way the art was done back then. I also got another Burt Reynolds one that's probably not as highly lauded as like Sam Whiskey is. But it's a fun one. It's got Yul Brynner in it. We've got Raquel Welch, Jack Weston, Tom Skerritt, and that is Fuzz. It's again, he's getting into more of his his Burt Reynolds persona at this point. And there are features, though. There's an audio commentary with director Richard A. Kala, moderated by filmmaker Elijah Drenner. There's a Trailers from Hell for this movie here. Who narrates this one? Josh Olson, and there's a trailer gallery from other Burt Reynolds films. So that Kino put out. I eventually want to get all the Burt Reynolds that Kino put out. I like Burt Reynolds. I got to be honest. I do. I got Malone, as you guys saw a while back when I did the first set of movies that I got. So I'll let you guys see that there. Now these here don't have like if there's an alternate cover or anything like bonus on there, I will stop and I'll show you guys that, because there are some here that are pretty cool. We'll get into that. I mentioned this one a lot when I was talking about the other Kino stuff that I had, so I'm pretty sure everybody knew I was getting this one here, and that is Truck Turner. I love blaxploitation. My better half's a huge blaxploitation fan. She really wanted this one. Again, it's Isaac Hayes there with Yafet Koto. Some decent features there too. Audio commentary with director Jonathan Kaplan. Q&A at the, my God, I can't speak, at the New Beverly Cinema with Jonathan Kaplan. Stuntman Bob Miner, hosted by Joe Dante. Trailers from Hell with Ernest Dickerson. Radio spot and original theatrical trailer. Sometimes I stutter. when I was a kid, I could barely speak. Like all I could do was like really stutter, and I had to spend a long time. I was around grade 4 that I took like some classes, and I had a teacher, a really great teacher, helped me pretty much get over my the stuttering that I had, my stuttering problem. I've mentioned it on here before. Not really get over it. I still have it every once in a while, and sometimes when I stutter like this, like I just did, I actually feel a little self-conscious, which is really silly, because no, it's not really silly. It's part of me, and I own it. Whatever type of thing that you have, own it. I there. That totally threw me off for a second, but I'm okay with it. I feel that the reason I can actually do this now, the reason I can talk on here right now with you guys, is due a lot to the fact of what happened in my youth. I would have never gotten into acting. I would have never gotten into to journalism or any of that if I hadn't like went out and just decided, okay. And honestly, I think that no matter how it would have turned out by that point, I would have been I still would have taken the same path, because that's me. So if you have something that you think is holding you back, whether you have like any type of, like, if you're like me, have epilepsy, if you've got a stutter, if you've got a speech problem of any sort, then understand that that's part of what makes you uniquely you. And that's, at the end of the day, it's a pain, but it can also be, it can be fairly awesome. It can be the thing that turns you from that guy over there in a crowd with all those other guys to what makes you special and makes you you. So there you go. Sorry about the tangent on the side there, but I got a little nervous for my stuttering, and then I felt bad that I got nervous for my stuttering. So I wanted to make sure that I got that out there. So yeah, there's some great features on here. Trailers from Hell, I definitely want to watch. I love those. I'll watch this one first, then I'll watch the commentary afterwards. Then I'll watch the Q&A. I haven't seen this one in a long. I don't know if I've seen this one. I think I did a long, long time ago. Either way, I'm going in with new eyes, so I'm not going to watch any of the features until I watch the movie itself. Next up is a classic one here from the 80s, and it had a sequel years later. So first, it is 8 Million Ways to Die, and it stars Jeff Bridges, Rosanna Arquette. Who else is in this one here? Alexandra Paul's in this one. I know she is. Yeah, Andy Garcia. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. Alexandra Paul, of course, is from Baywatch. If you watch the original Baywatch series, she was the lifeguard that stayed in for like the longest amount of time, I think. Now, he plays. Jeff Bridges plays Matt Scudder. Now, Matt Scudder's kind of an alcoholic. He's kind of like a cop or ex-cop that takes on like cases that other police officers stuff won't take on. He's and that's kind of his thing. Now, if the name Matt Scudder sounds really familiar to you and you kind of can't place it, this was meant to be like the start of a series of films. Now, there were some production problems, and and it never quite made it to become the film series that they wanted it to be, because there's a series of novels, Matt Scudder novels. Liam Neeson made a movie called A Walk Among the Tombstones. That's a sequel to this. That's Matt Scudder. Liam Neeson in A Walk Among the Tombstones is playing Matt Scudder, who Jeff Bridges plays right here. So if you've seen A Walk Among the Tombstones and you haven't seen 8 Million Ways to Die, I do recommend it. It's a pretty cool 80s film. Next up is one I was really looking forward to. Leroy Green, you're going to love this one. I know you liked my my Instagram when I showed it. And this is No Retreat, No Surrender. I love this movie. This is a very early film for Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's definitely not the star of it. He's like the bad guy. He's the guy that the good guy has to fight at the end. So it's Kurt McKinney. And Kurt McKinney was like an actor back in the 80s. He did like he went on to do like a soap opera as well. I think it was General Hospital, one of those shows. But No Retreat, No Surrender was a movie I really loved when I was a kid. It was so cool. So you got this guy here. He's like, I think his father has a dojo. I think it's his father. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I haven't got to watch it yet since I got it. And these guys come in, like they're toughs, and this guy's the Russian character. And he like puts beating on his brother, right? It's been so long since I've seen this. So I apologize, but I do have to look. Uh, yeah, because he gets beaten down, and then the ghost of Bruce Lee. There's a guy that plays the ghost of Bruce Lee in this movie, and he like trains like the main character to like finally in the end come back with the no retreat, no surrender line, and like kick Jean-Claude Van Damme's ass. Spoiler alert! But I'm guessing that's where it went. There are sequels to this that are more like kind of almost like action movie oriented sequels. This is really cool. I want to get No Retreat, No Surrender too as well. That's not out by Kino, I don't think, but I would like to see that come out. That's a fun one. Different actors, but though I'm not sure who acted in No Retreat, No Surrender 2. Was it Lauren Evenden or somebody like that? I think. I don't think it was Kurt McKinney. But again, really cool, and this one does have like a little thing on the inside, so I'll just take it. The disc. This is a normal uniform disc, but you can see United States versus Russia. Cool. It's Russian. This is a really fun movie, guys. Features on here. This is really cool because it has the original cut that you would have saw on when you rented this on VHS, but it's remastered, HD Blu-ray edition. But it also has the 94-minute international cut, so there's a different cut on here as well that I don't think that I haven't seen before. There's an interview with star Kurt McKinney. I haven't seen him in anything in ages, so that'd be interesting to see. An audio commentary with the screenwriter Keith R. Strandberg, and there's a trailer gallery, so I'm guessing more action kung fu type of trailers beyond here. I always like to look through those, and that helps me find other Kino movies that I want to get. But there you go, guys. No Retreat, No Surrender. And there you can see like a young Jean-Claude Van Damme with his white suit on, his evil white suit. Sometimes bad guys wear white, and good guys wear black. Chuck Norris knew that. Okay, I'm a big Charles Bronson fan. You guys know that. So I had to grab a Charles Bronson movie during the Kino sale, and I didn't have this one, and I didn't have as you guys know, I'm trying to like beef up my Western collection as well, and I got Breakheart Pass. I love this cover, by the way. Isn't that a really cool cover? There's a lot of like more art put into like posters and stuff, and even the VHS covers back in the day than there was the posters and stuff done today. I really love this stuff. I love the way that looks. It's kind of like an action-y one. So we got like, again, Alistair MacLean. There was a lot of Alistair MacLean novels that were made into movies. Ben Johnson's in this one. Richard Crenna's in this one. Jill Arlen, Charles Durning. Oh man, David Huddleston. This is, again, I love these type of movies. I haven't seen this one in ages. There's no features on this one here. But it's a Charles Bronson movie. So you guys got to know. I'm there. Anything Charles Bronson. I pretty much love all Charles Bronson stuff. I make no bones about that either. I really like Charles Bronson. Next up is a Roy Schreider, Janet Margolin one that I was looking forward to. It's a thriller. I love the cover to this. I love these covers. And it is The Last Embrace. Last Embrace. There you go, right there. Directed by Jonathan Demme. It's a Hitchcockian type of film. And just look at that. You can tell it's Hitchcockian. Just by looking at the cover, it actually says, okay, you want to see this movie. It's a thriller. It's a Hitchcockian style thriller. All you got to do is see that picture, see that cover, and you know, yes, that's cool. I want to see this movie, and damn, I got to get this one. It's awesome, and there's a comment. No, there's on-camera interview with the producer Michael Taylor and original theatrical trailer. So not a lot of features, but again, a cool cast. We've got Scheider on here. Sam Levine is in this one as well, actually. Charles Napier, John Glover. Oh yes, and Christopher Walken. So what a cast. I'm a huge John Glover fan. He was in, we were watching Murder She Wrote yesterday. We're actually going through all the, we got the, I got the complete series Murder She Wrote, and then I got the 4 movies that came afterwards. So we're up to season 3 already. And we started watching it the weekend. My better half likes to watch like 3 of her Murder She Wrote episodes in a night. I'm serious. And right now we're on season 3, and there was the Magpie crossover. Now we had got the Magpie series as well. I showed that in my overview of the library here, but it's on the disc anyway. It's on like the 6th disc. They should have kept on the same disc in the Murder She Wrote, but I had to turn on 6th disc for. So she's watching disc 6, like the bonus feature, and then she's got to go back and watch disc 2, which has the second part to it. But here it is. It's not. Just look at the cover. That is awesome, isn't it? Is that not a cool cover? I'd love to have this poster. I would have this poster up here. Now, next one, It's a really cool one. What's even cooler, but it's my better half found this one. I didn't even notice it until she did. One of the excellent things about it is that it had extra stuff on it that I was unaware of. And so whenever something like that happens, because she picked it out, so I knew it was something that she really wanted, and I didn't look anywhere anymore beyond that. She put it in the cart because she liked the actors that were in the film, and actors that she grew up watching. So it's Sicilian Clan, and it stars Alain Delon, Jean Gabin. I apologize if my pronunciation is a little off, and Lino Ventura. I'm a big Lino Ventura fan. I really am. He's really he's just a cool dude. And so she picked this one out. She loves the French, the gangster films, and Lino Ventura is he's the king of them. But there's so many good ones. Who else is in this one here? Irina Demick. She's in another film too, actually, that I'm actually looking at. So this is a brand new 4K restoration. It has audio commentary with film historians Howard Esperger and Nathaniel Thompson. It has a over 1 hour long, 63-minute long documentary called Legend of the Clan. Animated montage of images. The Sicilian Clan by Fred Cavai is 4 minutes 15 seconds long, and French and U.S. theatrical trailers. So, needless to say, really excited about this one. Now, open it up to check it out, and I expect but it has the U.S. cut of the film, and it has 124-minute international cut. Now, on the No Retreat, No Surrender, they're on the same disc, and that's kind of what I expect when I looked on the back and said, oh, there's 2 cuts of the film. But no, each cut of the film gets its own Blu-ray disc. That's awesome. I was really stoked when I saw that. So if they have a sale in the near future, I do recommend this. These are 3 powerhouse actors. Jean Gabin, Alain Delon, and Lino Ventura are amazing actors. They're really great actors. I'm really looking forward to this. Based on a novel by Augustus Le Breton, and he's the guy that wrote Rafifi and Bob Le Flambeur, or Bob the Gambler. You got cinematography by the guy that did Le Cercle Rouge on here. The score is by Ennio Morricone from Good, Bad, and the Ugly. It's just so well done. It's directed by Henry Vernel, I hope I got it right, who directed Any Number Can Win. He also co-wrote the screenplay with the guy that did Class to Risk. Class to Risk is a really good one, actually. So definitely check out the Sicilian Clan. I love this cover. It's kind of a cool mod-looking cover. It's very kind of cool 60s, 70s, with all those neat colors, and it's a very French gangster. If you haven't gotten into the French gangster films, I really recommend them. They're really, really good. When we got our first one, I had seen some French cinema, but I hadn't seen the amount that my better half had, because French is her language before English. Though she still speaks English better than I do. But this is cool. Just look at it. Can you tell which is which? That's Jean Gabin. That's Alain Delon, and that's Lino Ventura right there. Lino Ventura was kind of he's the French version of Humphrey Bogart, really. He's the tough guy. He's super tough. So next up, the rest here, I got her some cool Kino animation ones. These are great. So if you have not dipped into the Kino animation pool yet, they got some great stuff. We're going to talk about that right now. So first up, there's one here, Crazy Legs Crane, the DePatie-Freleng collection. DePatie and Freleng started a company back together way back. So they're making commercials because Friz Freleng is a famous animator. And they got a call from Blake Edwards. He was making a movie, and he wanted them to create a kind of a character for the film. And eventually, once the character was created, he asked them to create an animated opening, which they would do for all the other films that would come out afterwards with this character, even one that didn't have one of the characters on it, and that was Pink Panther. So DePatie and Freleng created with some of their guys created the character of Pink Panther. They made it, and DePatie thought that this character had legs. Freleng wasn't sure. DePatie was right, and they went with it. Freleng is really great when it comes to animation. When it comes to timing, he knows he's got his timing in animation down pat. Now some of these play better than others. Of course, they're older, but the quality on these sets are amazing. There's some great features. I guess because they thought some people would cherry pick sets, unlike B wants to get them all. There will be some features that overlap in certain sets. This one here is Crazy Like Train. What happened is that they made a show, the Pink Panther show, and there's a bunch of secondary characters that because like in Woody Woodpecker and Looney Tunes, so basically it's not Bugs Bunny and Tweety. It's not just Bugs Bunny and Tweety. There's other characters as well. So one of the characters was Crazy Legs Crane, and he's right here now. I'm not sure who voiced Crazy Legs. I have to look that up, and I'm not about to do that right now. But I think there's something like 17 episodes on this one here. 2 documentaries are here as well, and there's auto commentaries on selected cartoons with Mark Arnold and of course historian Jerry Beck. If you've got a quality animation set out there when Jerry Beck is doing something on it, because Jerry Beck is the guy to when you're talking about like animation. He knows the stuff. He's an animation historian, and he knows his stuff really, really well. So, Crazy Like Train. What's really cool about this one, and I got to show you this. So, Kino Lorber Animation has their own little logo thing, but on each one of these here, because I got a few to show you, they have like a pencil drawing. So hopefully you guys can see that of the character on the reverse. I really like that. It's really cool. It's artsy. It suits the animation, and it makes it look. You're getting a premium animation set when you get the documentaries, and you turn and you see there's this cool artistic pencil drawing of the character. That's awesome. Next up is another character in the DePatie-Freleng collection, and that is the Blue Racer. Now the Blue Racer is which one is that one again? It's a snake that is always chasing after the beetle. Yeah. Now, as you can see, now remember when this was done, okay? It is a little politically incorrect, but like a lot of the stuff, like the Looney Tunes and stuff like that, understand that it was the time that it was done in. It was a product of its time. That's the Oriental beetle. And I can't remember the beetle's name actually right now. Japanese beetle. I thought they got them. It's called different things in different ones. So basically, this has 2 different documentaries on here, and some selected audio commentaries with Mark Arnold, director Bob Balser, archival audio for him, and animation historian Jerry Beck. We also got filmmaker Greg Ford and cartoon writer Wim Ohazer. So there's a few on this one here. I think there's 17 or 18 on this one here. So yeah, it's like I'd say again, that is. Oh wait, yeah, on the inside. Got to show you guys this. I love that. I really seriously love that. I didn't love that though. Hold on a second. When you got so many here at one time, and you're putting them all up, they start to slide off because they're slippery. So I do not want to keep them on the floor, especially when you get cool stuff like the Sicilian Clan, which I'm going to be honest with you guys, I highly recommend. Try not to do that again. Apologize. Sheriff Hoot-Cloot. I love the animation. I love I love the covers that Kino does with their stuff. Isn't it amazing? Again, we get 2 more documentaries. Now this one are the same 2 documentaries that were on the Blue Racer one, just so you know. But of course, each have their own audio commentaries. So this one here has audio commentaries as well. Again, with all the same people on there, but so let's show you the back there. Now, as always, take out the disc. Actually, you know what? I want you guys to at least see one of them a little bit better, because you're just seeing them through there. So let's just take down a look at it. So each one of them has that, and it's not the same picture out. It's on the front. It's like it's kind of a different like pencil art drawing. It can be similar. Some of them have like little notes and stuff on it. But if these things had slipcovers, I would so have them turned around like that. So I have this on the outside and have the pencil art drawing on the inside. But again, I had to show you guys that. It's really, really well done. Sheriff Hootkloot. So we originally had only one of these on DVD, which was Ant and the Aardvark, and we wanted to have them all, and my better half wanted to have all the animation from DePatie-Freleng out as basically a Blu-ray. So this was also on sale, and there was no way in hell we could pass this up. The DePatie-Freleng collection. So this is this is a 5-disc set. It's got the Inspector, Roland and Ratfink, and the Aardvark, and Tijuana Toads. Some people may know Tijuana Toads as Texas Toads, because after a while, the Tijuana Toads was kind of like was sort of slightly racist, like the Asian like beetle type thing. But you changed to Texas Toads, it was still a different stereotype. But it was cool. You have to understand this animation was made back in a different era, so I'm a big fan of these. So let's just look at these here now. Let's open these up. And yeah, each one of these, just so you know ahead of time, yeah, they all have the alternate art. So there's Tijuana Toads. I think this one has the most of all the features on there. But this one actually is kind of cool, because although it has like the two documentaries, it also has like a bunch of audio commentaries with the usual crowd like Jerry Beck and guys like that. But also has Go for Croak, basically. So there is an episode on here that is done with the Texas Toad audio. So rather than being called Tijuana Toads, they actually have one. So if you know this and you know this is Texas Toads, you'll actually get to see an episode on here which has the Texas Toads dub rather than Tijuana Toads. Now, what's really cool about these here, by the way, is that rather than like I've seen sets do this before. Rather than put the sets, put the commentary on as like a second audio track, what they do is they put out a second put the cartoon on there twice. Once with regular cartoon, and once in the special feature section with the audio commentary. Some people like that, some people don't. It doesn't bother me as long as I get commentary. Again, there's the Tijuana Toad. I love the way they got those done. I'm a big kid at heart, guys. I really am. So, next up is the Ant and the Aardvark. This is the only one that I already had, but I had it on DVD, so I was excited to upgrade this one to Blu-ray. I remember the Ant and the Aardvark. Now, think of this kind of like, almost like the Roadrunner, except both characters talk. So, I know the Ant has kind of a Dean Martin type of voice to him. I can't remember now what the Aardvark's voice is like. I should know, but it's just it's going up from me right now. I'll remember probably 10 minutes after this video's over. But I know that there's a Dean Martin style to the Aardvark, to the Ant. Again, there's some commentaries on here as well, documentaries. I'll share the back of it. And as always, we'll look at the bonus. So you can see some of them will be like art drawings that are very similar to the ones that are on the cover, and other times will be like extremely different. You never know what you're going to get. Oh God, I just had a flashback to Forrest Gump. Roland Ratfink's really cool. This one, they tried to put the Roland was like this really cool, good character. In some he's like a hippie type character. Another time he could be like a member of the Royal Mounted Police. Ratfink is just what you think. He's a bad guy. He's green in some. Other ones he may not be green. I think he looks best green though. They tried to like take the character and just like put the Roland Ratfink to all these different like scenarios, different situations. Which in some cases meant like just taking other cartoons and pretty much like remaking them with Roland and Ratfink type of thing, or taking the scenario at least. It is a real. I like Roland Ratfink a lot. This is one that did stand out for me, and of most of the ones here, aside from the one I'm about to show you last, this is probably the one that I remembered most out of all these cartoons. And again, there's a bunch of features on here. Commentaries are there. There's a large amount. And what do we got for the Roland Ratfink? See, there's another one where it's like the art is actually different. So that's cool. I like that. And last but definitely not least is the most famous of the cartoons in this DePatie-Freleng collection. And that would be the Inspector. Yes, the spin-off character from the Pink Panther cartoons was like the Inspector, of course, Clouseau. Now it's of course, it's not Peter Sellers doing the voice. There's a different guy that does the voice. Who did the voice of it? I don't remember. See, I can remember that Artie Lang did the voice of Mr. Job, but I can't remember who did the voice of the Inspector right now. That's okay. I'm good with that. I'll mention Mr. John in a second, by the way. So this is the 2-disc one. There's a lot of cartoons on this one here. There's definitely over 30 something. So as you can see, you probably can't see, but there's a ton, a little glare there, but cartoons on here. Again, 2 documentaries, a lot of audio commentaries as well. This is the biggest one. It's the largest set out of them all, and it is a 2-disc set. So let's look at the Spectre, huh? Now, this is not the end of their animation, or at least as far as I know. One thing I did find out is that there are 2 other animated sets coming from Kino. I'm not sure when they're coming out yet, but they were announced a while back. They are the Dogfather, which never got made in syndication, so I've never seen the Dogfather cartoons, and one called Mr. Ja, which is a shark done by Artie Lang. There are 34 Mr. Ja, so I'm going to guess that's going to be another 2 to set for them. It's really cool. They're going to have them all, and it's been rumored, and if you guys know that, if it's been like pretty much made certain, you can let me know, that they're also going to be doing the Pink Panther cartoons as well. So you're going to get like probably at least a 2 or 3 disc, maybe 4 disc set from that as well. But I think my mom just came in. My mom's visiting from Newfoundland. So guys, you know what that means. I gotta put this stuff away. Have a great evening on the Movie Prof. This has been my massive Kino haul. 15 Blu-rays. Have a great evening, and for me right now, it is time for tea.